Hi, everybody. This is author and minister Cynthia Middlebrooks Harris of Toeside Ministries, and had a couple more questions to come in, and these two were kind of similar in nature, so I figured I would just kind of attack it as one question. And this particular woman or women dealing with adultery, infidelity again, and we're still working on a lesson, so we haven't forgotten about you. We're still working on it. But she, her husband, and in this case, the spouses have had multiple affairs. They've had more than one. And the question was, how long do I stay with him? Or when do I know to leave? When do I know to chalk this up and just say, hey, you know what? I can't take it anymore. I'm done. And the one woman's spouse had two affairs. The other one has had four different women at different times, and she said that they would, she found out about the affair and they would reconcile and they would work on the marriage, and things would be going well, and then she found out that he did it again, and then they separated for a while and got back together, and then did it again and did it again. So it's like the book of Judges, where God would deliver Israel, and then they would do okay for a while, and they would go do it again, and God would hand them over into bondage again, and so that's why we're doing the study here now at Toeside Ministries. We're really ministry because there's really something behind this, and there are some strongholds, there's some control. We know there's a lot of we know the devil's design is to destroy the church and by any means necessary. And if you destroy the marriages, then ultimately you'll destroy the churches, because marriages are only stronger to people that are sitting in the pews. So. I think I think she wants me to give her permission to leave, and I can't do that. I can't give you permission to divorce your husband. I will never say to someone, divorce your spouse. That's not what my job is. That's not my authority. I can't get inside your heart and know how you feel for whatever reason you guys are still working on it. But I would say this, when you say working on it, do you mean that you guys are going through counseling, you're sitting down, you're praying, you're studying together, you're doing things to build the marriage? Or are you just trying to move on as business usual, like nothing happened? That's not working on the marriage. That's just praying and hoping that it never happens again. So you have to answer that question for yourself. I can't tell you to leave your spouse. I can't tell you, oh, it's time for you to go. Only you know why you're still there. I don't know the love that you have in your heart for your spouse. I can't say to you, leave your husband. I would never tell a woman to leave her husband. I would never be liable like that to tell someone to leave their husband. That's going to be your choice on whether you stay or go. That's a personal decision that you have to pray about with God, and that you have to make. No one can tell you yes or no, you need to go. I would say, though, that he has a problem, and it's not just infidelity. There's something else going on with him that needs to be dealt with, because if he's saying to you, I really don't want to do this, I don't know why I'm still doing this, I don't even understand, I don't want to do it, it just keeps happening. Okay, well, either he's lying or he really does have a situation where he just cannot control having more than one woman. So he has to get to the root of why he has to have more than one woman. And sometimes it's pornography driven. He may be hooked on pornography, and he needs to let the pornography go, because pornography itself means it's something that opens up the door to say, hey, more than one woman. One woman is not enough. And one woman is, more than one woman is the whole act behind pornography anyway. Those guys are with multiple women on the show. And if he has a pornography-driven fantasy that on to have more than one woman, until he deals with the pornography, he's going to keep on having affairs, because he hasn't dealt with the fact that he needs to let the pornography go, because that right there in itself says, I need more than one woman. So you guys may going to have to get some really serious in-depth counseling, to where you're going to have to be willing to come clean and figure out what the view is. If you've never asked him if he's on, does he view pornography, ask him, honey, are you watching pornography? Is that the problem? Because if he is, you're never going to be enough. One woman is never going to be enough if he's hooked on pornography. He's going to always stray out there to somebody else, because the very reason behind pornography is sleep with whoever. And the danger is this, because you're not going to have your husband wear a condom with you. So now the danger becomes sexually transmitted diseases, HIV, other children. So now you open up a whole new world of a lot of things. So this is something that you guys have really got to fix, and you got to fix quickly, on why he can't stop. So you guys are going to have to really, if you haven't already started counseling, start some counseling. I know I probably wasn't very good at helping you with this situation, because I can't tell you to leave your spouse. I will not be responsible to tell you to leave your spouse. That's something that you and him are going to have to sit down and discuss with your pastor, with whoever your marriage counselor. But you're going to have to get to the root of why he feels like he can't stop. or why he does not want to stop, so that's going to be something that you guys are going to have to get to yourself. I'm really sorry that I probably couldn't help you with that, but God bless you guys, and I really do hope that, you come to a conclusion really soon on whether you're going to stay or go. Feel free to inbox me, and we'll talk some more offline about some more in-depth stuff on it, but that's going to be something that you're going to have to decide for yourselves, ladies, or that no one can tell you. Only you know how much is enough. I can't tell you how much is enough. So God bless you guys, and we'll talk to you again soon.